Welcome to Pride Park, home of Derby County Football Club, and host this week to the PlayStation Schools Cup. Coming up for you now, we have Ibstock Place School versus the De La Salle Academy in the Under-13 Small Schools Cup final. And here come the teams. Ibstock in navy, the De La Salle boys in yellow. If you're just joining us, you've missed an incredible start to the day's play today. That dramatic final we just witnessed between Carshalton and Audenshaw has set the standard today, which these boys are going to try and match. We take a look at the Ibstock Place School lineup. Lachlan Bates in goal number 1, 2 Fred Crowther, 3 Alex Watson, 4 is Jack Nemeth, 5 is Caleb Mattison, 6 Jake Oakley, he's the captain. Ewan Searle wears 7, Alfie Barrett is number 8, Alex Wallace is 9, 10 is Leon Hadepateras, and 11 is Nick Goss. Richard Brown is the coach. For De La Salle, we have Joshua Smith in goal, 2 is Lucas Seto Biswana, 3 is Lewis Fenton, 4 is Nicholas Grogan. Wearing 5, Benjamin Weston, 6 and captain is Craig Webster. Reese Warder is number 7, Dylan Dwyer wears 8, Riley Smith is the number 9, 10 is James Murphy, 11 Aaron Burnwell, or Burnell, and they're managed by Ian Macon. On the bench for both sides, Ibstock can call on Oliver Chaplow, Harry Brusarosco, Tom Maltno, Ned Jones and Connor Glanville. For the De La Salle Academy, Ben Garnell, James Lloyd, Michael Dixon and Liam Jones. Our referee for this one is Chloe Taylor. She's assisted by Dan Andrews and Matt Newbold. Bill Quirk is the 4th official for this one. Both teams just going through their final warm-ups. Do have a slightly delayed kickoff in this one due to the continuation of the quite remarkable opening final of day 2 of the PlayStation Schools Cup. Carshalton versus Audenshaw went the distance all the way to penalties and sudden death after Carshalton lost a 3-0 lead in the second half, a quite remarkable comeback. But it was Carshalton who ultimately went on to triumph. But now, it's the turn of another team in yellow, the De La Salle Academy, taking on Ibstock Place School in navy in the Under-13s Small Schools Cup final here at Pride Park. So not too far away from the start of this one. Big motivational team talk from the Ibstock Place boys. They'll be playing all in navy, kicking from left to right as we look at it in this first half. Stephen Jameson with you on commentary, joined by John Scales once again. And John, this game has got a long way to go to match the drama of our first game this morning. But they've had plenty of time to think about it. Slightly delayed kick-off, and the rain is back at Pride Park once again. Feels like it's never been away. And we should be expecting a cracking game here.
Yeah, I think we will be looking forward to another cracker. The rain, I've said, is there again. I keep thinking it's going to ease off. We're into the second day of this fantastic PlayStation Schools Cup festivals in partnership with the English Schools FA. Huge glory again here on the line for these two teams, Ibstock Place and De La Salle Academy. What a great game, the opener.
That's a heck of a ball to start things off. Going from Reese Warder. Number 7 outside the foot. Pass over onto the far side. And there's the rain.
It's tipping down, isn't it? Cool.
Sometimes you must be glad that you've moved into commentary, not started that playing and things like this.
Do you know what? I said it earlier. I don't mind the rain playing. It's when it's windy and swirly and pretty miserable. I don't like that. But the rain, I like it. The zip on the surface. The ball moves quickly. I think it helps them actually out there. The way that the game can be played at times. Not good for goalkeepers, as we've seen on many occasions. What do we have? 5 games yesterday, 1 this morning. This is the 7th game. And I think in most of those games we've seen moments where the goalkeepers have just struggled with their handling at times. Maybe not necessarily the shot stopping, because we've seen some fantastic moments.
Aaron Burnell on the right for the De La Salle Academy, and it's an awkward one for the keeper. Speaking of which, John, that wasn't the rain that got in his way, it was the post.
Yeah, it was. It was a very awkward one for him to deal with. He was getting challenged, he was under a bit of pressure.
In the air. In the central midfield by the captain of the De La Salle Academy, Craig Webster. There's the Ibstock place now on the break. Straight away, and a nice looking 1-2 there from De La Salle, but it'll go out in the end for an Ibstock throw.
9-1 they won in the semi-final. Benfield against Benfield, De La Salle Academy. Ibstock didn't do too bad. 6-0 winners over King Edward Grammar School. Just looking through those fixtures.
It's a tidy play by Zeto Biswana. Throw in there goes the way of Ibstock. Plenty of spectators in here at Pride Park cheering mates on. It's part of that special atmosphere that the PlayStation Schools Cup creates. The free kick to Ibstock plays.
Yeah, referee right on hand to see that one. Pulls it back. Foul on Ewan Searle.
Ending in a 5-4 victory on penalties. The Cole Short played tantalising game. And now
Good ball, but an offside flag.
Oh, it's nice from Reece Warder. Number 7 for De La Salle. Jinking through, opened his body up. And here he is challenging again. Trying to get this De La Salle Academy team really in the ascendancy in the opening minutes of this game. Always crucial to start well, start on the front foot, try and pen the opposition back. I think small-sided.
Biswana trying to find his striker, that's Riley Smith. Headed down from Smith, doesn't quite find Reece Warder in the centre of the De La Salle midfield.
It's a brilliant experience for both sets of players to be out here at Pride Park. Superb stadium, superb venue.
Jack Nemeth has a race on. De La Salle forward then, it's not the greatest clearance. Chance on the left here for James Murphy. Driving at the Ibstock defence, beats one. Options in the middle. Murphy squares it across the face, and it must be under the foot of Aaron Burnell. It should be 1-0. Wonderful work from James Murphy, and he almost picked out his opposite winger. And De La Salle denied the lead.
Yeah, a little look up there. Aaron Burnell coming in at the far post. Riley Smith, the centre forward, who chased down the initial pressure on Bates, the goalkeeper. Made that happen, and there it comes. Oh, inches away from the opener.
It really was. Good chance for De La Salle. Ibstock survive. Throw-in taken by Alex Watson for Ibstock. Ball under control by the skipper of De La Salle, Craig Webster. There's an opportunity again, John.
There it is, the look up, the look up. I thought he was going to pull it back for the centre forward. He didn't, he went to the far post. It was the right decision. It was just a matter of whether Aaron Burnell was going to get there or not.
Just took his eye off it at a crucial moment.
Agonising for those supporters. De La Salle.
You can see here he's a very good player, very technical. The free kick goes against him though. A little unfortunate, I feel. Free kick taken by Ibstock Place. And it's always the right back. This is Fred Crowther. And right it goes to Arthur Barrett. Good pace from Barrett. Plenty in the middle as well to pick out. Nearly went all the way through. It's well cleared. Ibstock plays back on the attack. Boy over the top. Might break through here. There is an offside though against Leon Hadapateris. Chances for De La Salle just to reset. After it's been a hectic past couple of minutes or so. Just want to get back into the pattern of the game here. Played 7 minutes at Pride Park. It's an important intervention. Ibstock Place on the break.
Dangerous from Botswana, playing out from that. He's had a second opportunity to redeem himself, and he does.
Great pressing from the De La Salle striker, Riley Smith. It's a good touch from Burnell. Can't quite get by the left back of Ibstock Place. That's Alex Watson. Burnell gets a second chance to do it. And there goes the skipper trying to force his way through. Ibstock Place defend well again. Barrett. Sliding challenge, flying in there. And Ned Jones of Ibstock Place.
Looks like he could be a nuisance on that far right this afternoon.
It's Barrett. Jinks one way, then the other. Switch of plays on. Botswana missed it. And a chance here for Ibstock Place. Great skill to turn away, gets the shot away eventually. But Botswana, to be fair to him, recovered really well. Just looks as if it had all opened up there. And Nick Goss of Ibstock Place.
Well, Rhys Warder there. Lovely play. Judge to have fouled him in the end. Here, the missed tackle there. Opportunity. Cuts back inside. And then gets that shot away. Well played. Botswana recovers. Sees out the danger. It was a fiercely contested game. Very competitive. All sets of players.
That's a good ball. Now will the striker beat the goalkeeper to it? I think he will. He does. And a real chance here for De La Salle. Couldn't quite get the shot away, Riley Smith. And a horrible moment for Lachlan Bates, who gets away with one.
Yeah, you see, Lachlan Bates got there, but didn't make the challenge properly. Fell for Riley Smith. You just thought, would he be through with an empty net? Navigated that moment. Ibstock Place.
An open game.
Yeah, again, Riley Smith, lone striker, putting in a good shift. Gonna have to work hard all afternoon, all morning here.
Challenge from Burnell is a good one. Played away by Caleb Matteson. Taking over for De La Salle.
Oh, great tackle.
What a challenge that was by Jack Nemeth. Competitive this, to say the least. Barrett rolls past his man, Benjamin Weston. Not once but twice. Dinked into the middle, but that will go all the way through to the goalkeeper, Joshua Smith. Referee Joey Taylor has pulled it back for a foul.
Yeah, allowed the advantage to be played. There was Caleb Matheson had just had a knock as well.
Goes all the way through, and De La Salle there stood and watched. There is a flag up. Maybe that was their plan all along. But it was a goalkeeping in from Joshua Smith, who was very exposed.
Well, it was just a question of whether Botswana was playing them onside. A late challenge. The referee got it spot on. Nice to see that she's trying to play the advantage.
Or slip in the defence. It might go all the way through. Question to the goalkeeper. That's really good play from Joshua Smith.
Yeah, Alex Watson slipped. Lachlan Bates on hand. Sorry, Josh Smith on hand to make sure that the danger was averted. Lewis Fenton with the slip.
We've mentioned, haven't we, been a theme of this competition so far, that the conditions have made it difficult for goalkeepers in handling errors, but that was really assured from Joshua Smith. Never looked for a moment as if he was dropping that or wasn't taking everything. And Salle on the attack with Smith. Skips past a couple, gets past another, and still going here. Option on the near side, he's going to go all the way. Riley Smith, oh, what a good save that is! Lachlan Bates denies him a worldy goal. Well, Riley Smith committed to going all the way. The option was there on the far side. But what a goal this nearly was.
Yeah, rides one challenge, gets away. Then here you think he's not favourite, but the ball falls kindly for him. Is he going to square it? He has a little look up, cuts inside. And I think absolutely right. He's got to go for goal. Defenders are coming back. The opportunity would have been gone had he not taken it on himself.
Really one of the goals of the tournament. Really, really wonderful run from Riley Smith. This is Biswana. Webster finds Wyatt. Just checking back is Weston. Biswana. Webster, it's a good challenge in there from Ibstock, but turning here is Warder. Thought about a shot, tried to jink the other way and slipped and took a nasty little blow there as well. And Chloe Taylor stops in just to make sure that Reese Warder's okay. An awkward angle to fall at.
Yeah, that was it. It was awkward. Ball ran away from him, turned and looked to force into the box, but just slipped on this surface. Struggling a little bit. You'll see, turned away well. There, just had a touch away and coming together with Matheson.
That will be a goal kick after that return of the ball from Burnell. Wasn't the most accurate pass he's ever played.
He's struggling, isn't he, a bit?
We'll be hoping he'll be okay, Reese Warder.
Yeah, he's been influential in that midfield area. De La Salle. Coach is just looking, just assessing whether he's going to be okay to carry on.
Flying challenge coming in there from Riley Smith. That's the other thing that a wet pitch will grant you. It does give the invitation to go in for a few challenges, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And Riley Smith.
Here it is again, makes up a lot of ground, doesn't he? There, you don't think he's going to be favourite to win the ball, but he does. He gets a whack on the back of the calf as well, doesn't he? Fred Crowther just following through.
Wasn't exactly the archetypal striker's tackle, was it? Cleaned the ball out very convincingly.
Well, he did. You know, the argument is he in control? But I think he is.
Certainly feeling the effects is Fred Crowther. So as Fred Crowther receives a little bit of treatment, it is an Ibstock place throw.
Yeah, let's hope Fred Crowther's okay and he can continue. Like to see him coming out of the game after a quarter of an hour.
This is Reese Warder, who happily seems to have recovered from the knock that he took earlier. This is Burnell with space to move into. Now Warder thinks about a shot, jinks away, stabs it through. Offside was Riley Smith. Flag did go up, and the referee's going to stop the play.
Yeah.
But that's what Reese Warder can do. That's why they wanted him to be able to play on.
Yeah,
really clever play.
Yeah, Fred Crowther, good to see him back on the pitch. Looks okay, looks to have recovered from that challenge. There he is down at right back. Just going to run that off. Fred Crowther.
This is Nemeth for Ibstock Place to take the free kick.
It was Riley Smith, wasn't he? He's leading the line, as I said, on his own up front, and he just right on the shoulder of the centre halves. That's how he looks to be playing the game. Really looking to get that advantage. On that previous occasion, just drifted into an offside position, with Reece Warder trying to lift it through to him.
Kick from Joshua Smith. He's long up towards halfway, coming back from an offside position is Hader Pateras.
Well, Hadji Pateras, similarly, sort of lone striker. Looking for Alfie Barrett on that far right-hand side to come up and support Hadji Pateras at every opportunity, alongside Nick Goss on this left-hand side.
It's a back heel, that's a good one. It's a flying challenge from Fred Crowther. He's not been out of the game that long. Straight back into the battle.
As I said, there's some fierce tackles. Two sets of very committed players out there. The referee's just got to be on hand to judge what's fair and what just steps over that mark. Take into consideration the conditions as well.
Hader Pateras. And towards the left-hand side is Goss. This one is well to cover. It's the first time we've seen Ibstock Place on the attack in a little while. It's nicely done from Goss. Just shown out a bit by Webster, and that'll be a goal kick. Awarded to De La Salle. De La Salle brought a predicted 70 adults and 200 children along for this game.
The goal kick from Benjamin Watts.
It's not the greatest goal kick, and Goss tries to get away. Important challenge coming in there from De La Salle. Before he ever had a Pateras. Eventually, Webster takes command of things, and Warder can help get this away. That's a lovely turn. A good ball as well to release Burnell. He's quick and will get there first. Burnell wants to take it all the way down. He does. Two in the middle to aim at. Good looking cross. Really important interception by Nemeth. Superb defending at the near post. And Crowther completes the clearance. Murphy beaten to it by Crowther. It will be a De La Salle throw, but what a wonderful run, Myron Burnell, and what a brilliant bit of defending that is by Nemeth.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, lovely little bit of skill here. Turns away. That's what made the difference. Gave some room for himself. Reece Warder. That's why they want him to stay on the pitch.
He's been an influential player on this
really
cup run of De La Salle. He's got a hat-trick in the quarter-final as they won 3-1. And he also won and scored the penalty in the last minute of round 5 to overcome All Hallows by 4-3.
Wow.
So he has been a very influential player in getting his side to this competition's final here at Pride Park. And what a tackle that is from Nicholas Grogan. I mean,
there's tackle number 1, isn't it?
John, as a former defender, you've got to be loving this.
Oh, absolutely loved that, didn't he? I mean, that's as good as scoring a goal. Just hope the player's all right, obviously. But you watch here, the two players coming together. Nobody's going to give an inch. Cleanly taken, just that left trailing leg just catches Hadji Pateras. Oh, free kick as a result. Not so sure that was justified. Maybe it was excessive force. Trailing leg, as I said, just caught him, but great tackle
from Barrett. It's a great tackle from Webster. Swung in towards the far post. It's a really important header by Grogan. Really good cross. Goalkeeper caught underneath it for a second. And what an important bit of defending from Nicholas Grogan, matching what his opposite number, Nemeth, did at the other end.
Yeah.
By Matheson. For a double self-throwing.
It was good tackle, replay. The ball gets floated in. You're absolutely right. Grogan, lovely header out.
Throw into Ibstock place. Burnell onto Warder. And gets the second challenge in. Nemeth goes long over the top. Goalkeeper might have to come for this. He does. Not the clearest clearance. He goes for it again. Eventually gets it away. Drilled back towards goal. And De La Salle survive. It's the first time Joshua Smith has looked anything but completely composed. Almost caught out there. So it will drop for Burnell. Signals Riley Smith to get on his way. Might still fall for Riley Smith. It wasn't the greatest of clearance, and he gets his body in the way and nicks it past Nemeth, who recovers really well. From this early evidence, Jack Nemeth seems to be a very natural defender. That's a foul from Aaron Burnell. Being taken quickly by Watson across the pitch. It goes to Barrett.
Searching ball, finds Salle.
Yeah, Salle can't get that one. Barrett and Salle trying to link up down that right-hand side.
Fred Crowder now throwing on the far side.
Crowder with the throw-in, gets it back again.
Eventually it's worked away by Webster, but Ibstock Place nearly win it back. Now trying to play their football, but at times it does require a clearance such as that. Adapateris trying to find Goss. And I think we'll just about keep that in. No, not quite.
Unlucky.
The battle between him and Biswana has been an interesting one. Nice from Burnell. Warder knocks it on towards Smith, beaten to it. That's a good looking header. Smith helps it on, but no one in particular. But the work ethic of Riley Smith, he's leading the line by himself.
Yeah.
Really does work hard.
Well, he needs to. He's doing it very well.
Biswana.
Good ball.
To the feet of Riley Smith. He's just edged out of it, but Warder wins it back. Allows Dwyer to take over, and there goes Riley Smith. Crowded out a little bit. Can't get it by Nemeth. Not a lot's gone by Nemeth. Webster first, the clearance. Grogan heads it back. It has been played at a frenetic pace this game. That's an interesting looking ball. Grogan had to get there and did. It will break here for Ibstock Place. That's a good defensive header. Calm under pressure was Benjamin Weston. How did that just nip out of play?
Oh, it's what we were looking at, wasn't it? Very tight.
Ball goes over the top.
Yeah, well done.
Good defensive header as well, under a lot of pressure.
Well, Matheson and Nemeth so far have dealt with everything that Riley Smith can ask of them. Yeah, just caught, wasn't it?
This is where the referee does
Salle
have to take control of things, doesn't she? Because the tackles have been flying in. It's been very competitive, very well-spirited, but tackles like that can injure players.
They can be dangerous, and just a couple of times Aaron Burnell has just caught one or two players there. Does he drift out? No, he's in. He's all right. Yeah, just tidies that up.
Yeah, Chloe Taylor was very decisive, wasn't she? Which is good to see. She just called there the captain, Craig Webster, over, just to make it clear that tackles like that won't go unpunished.
Yeah, I think Burnell's just got to be a little bit careful. He doesn't let the occasion take over, and
Nemeth wins the header. Matheson back to the goalkeeper, Bates. As Jones finds Watson. It's a good looking ball down the line. Helped on by Salle.
Chasing that one down.
Grogan will clear. Smith and Nemeth renew their battle. Turning really nicely in the midfield is Ibstock's Ned Jones, and another tackle comes flying in. Free kick. Watson steps in field. To pick out Hannah Pateras. It's well cleared, and to win that header. Ronnie Smith is lurking in behind. That's clever from Murphy. That's lovely from Murphy. Smith's made the run. Important tackle by Nemeth. What a challenge that is. Once again by the number 4. Murphy will get another chance to twinkle those toes. Gets by his challenge again. Tidy looking ball, but Nemeth again is equal to it.
Yeah, again they stood firm, didn't they? Nemeth and Matheson.
Forward towards Smith, headed away by Matheson. Goss will look to complete the clearance up against Burnell. Warder gets it and might think about a shot here. He does. It's deflected. It's squirting clear and into the back of the net. Reece Warder has done it again for the De La Salle Academy. Big chunk of luck involved as the shot was deflected, and Lachlan Bates couldn't get across. And it's the De La Salle Academy who strike first at Pride Park.
It's a big deflection. Keeper has absolutely no chance. It's just whether it's going to hit which side of the post and squirm in, but full credit, it's positive. Reece Warder takes it on, takes the game by the scruff of the neck. And he deserves that. He's been one of the more influential players on this game. You don't shoot, you don't score, the old adage.
It was a good strike from Warder, but it was heading towards the opposite corner before it took that wicked deflection. Absolutely nothing Lachlan Bates in the goal could do about it. In off the post. A stroke of luck from the De La Salle Academy. But on the balance of play, they probably have deserved to be the team that breaks the deadlock. Here by Watson. Grogan underneath it, has the confidence to take a touch and bring it down and play out. Burnell beaten to it by Watson. Grogan wins it again. Swan forward. Nicely played by Barrett, tried to nip it away from Weston.
Oh.
Lachlan Bates was equal to that.
Yeah. Well, Lachlan Bates doesn't lack the height for a goalkeeper, does he? Could do nothing with the goal. So the rain continues to just relentlessly come down here at Pride Park.
Free kick to Ibstock place. They have had quite a few of these.
Yeah.
De La Salle have been competitive, slightly overly so at times. Nemeth will take the free kick eventually. Goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, who is composed. So then, 5 minutes to go until half-time. We were 35-minute periods in this one. And there we go. And that's just how bad it is in Derby. Very good morning to you all. It is teeming down in the East Midlands today. There's going to be a quick substitution here for Ibstock Place. This is Ned Jones departing to be replaced by Tom Maltno. Number 14, who trots straight up front. top from De La Salle. Cleared by Bates. Dwyer was first to it. Matteson returns it. That's nice from Weston. Riley Smith offside, flags out.
Again, I mean, I mentioned before he lives on the shoulder of the defenders, but that was a little bit lazy. Just got to get back on side for those moments that they regain possession. This is where they got themselves in trouble last time. Ibstock just overrunning and overcomplicating, coming out of the back. It's this man who's been the difference. Got that opener, driving force of this De La Salle Academy team.
Pateras. Referee's going to give it another free kick there. It's Webster once again diving in. We're going to have another chat here as the referee. Again, it's not the first time De La Salle have been told about these challenges.
Yeah.
The ball wasn't really there to be won for Webster.
I think you've got to take the conditions into account there. I don't think there was anything that there was malicious about the tackle. I think it was more sliding on this surface, and then sort of just, you can't help but leave your leg dangling there, and it's the follow-through you've got to be careful of. So, yeah, the referee is absolutely right just to have a chat, make sure that there's a duty of care between the players.
It's tidy from Dwyer, really tidy from Dwyer. He's brought clattering to the deck. Just beat his man, all ended up there.
Yeah, Alex Watson just leaving the leg. Lazy tackle. Somewhat cynical, you'd have to say.
And here comes De La Salle just before half-time. Burnell picks out Riley Smith, he slices the shot. And that was a really good chance to make it 2-0 just before the break. Ibstock plays, probably for the first time in this game, looked completely stretched at the back.
Well, that was a glorious opportunity, really was. Aaron Burnell getting down this right-hand side, and Riley Smith will be frustrated with himself. He didn't do better there.
Well, it might break here for Murphy. Riley Smith in support. Murphy might go all the way, takes a shot, well blocked by Crowther. Good challenge in there from Ewan Searle. And Ibstock players can look to build from the back again with Crowther, who gets it forward towards Hannah Pateras.
You can just see how far Barrett has got to come back there, over on that right-hand side to get the ball. And then the ball goes up to Haji Pateras. It's difficult to get the numbers forward, but here's an opportunity if he can get a nick. And it's that man again. He's been excellent. Really, really good. Nicholas Grogan. Outstanding first half. Here's the chance again. Burnell slips the ball in. Oh, just scoops underneath it. Instantly knows needed a better contact.
So difficult to time those, isn't it? It's all in the timing.
Yeah.
Hogan again emerges with the ball. It's a good-looking ball as well. Crowther had to win that. This is Barrett. Barrett keeps it in. It's a challenge by Dwyer. There's some of the mums and dads in the crowd as well at De La Salle Academy. We're pretty pleased with their boys' effort so far.
I think that's certainly good value for their lead. De La Salle. Just if they can see out this couple of minutes of added time, they can go back in, compose themselves again. I wonder what
Watson tries to get on the end of it. Iswana comes away. Now Burnell has space to run into. Smith and Murphy predictably waiting. Dwyer's coming in as well. We have a corner in the end. First corner of the game, actually. Yeah, goes De La Salle.
Just felt maybe it could have been squared back. I think it was Dylan Dwyer coming towards the edge of the box. Maybe Burnell could have pulled that back rather than look to pick out the striker.
Dwyer's got across to take it. He's got a good left foot. Swings it in. Dealt with by Watson. Take two. So everyone back defending it for Ibstock Place. This might just be the last moments of this first half. Dwyer takes it again. That one scuffed a little bit, but forced to Burnell, who takes the shot, drags it across the face.
Yeah, again, worth a pop. Certainly got the ability to hit the target. Just that touch there, clearance. Falling to Burnell. And then under pressure, with Alfie Barrett closing him down, drags it wide. It's probably the last real action of this first half. Been a really entertaining 35 minutes, 37 minutes.
And here's Hadapateris.
More chance, maybe.
Finish with a flourish in this half. Goss with space. Dinks it through towards the substitute Moltno. It will reach him. Oh, and a complete air shot. And Chloe Taylor signals for half-time. It has been entertaining in the rain in Derby. Committed, aggressive, competitive. It's the De La Salle Academy, courtesy of Rhys Warder's deflected strike, who had the lead at the break.
About to attempt a Guinness World Record here in front of your very eyes at Pride Park. As the players go back down the tunnel, John is going to attempt the highest number of heel taps in 60 seconds. He once held his record, he is now going to hold it again. So
here we go. Take a look at the back of the action from a very competitive first half here at Pride Park.
It's close enough to 3 a second.
This is Rhys Warder jinking through, taking the shot. Awful deflection of Mattison, left Lachlan Bates with very little chance, but this was all about the clever footwork to make the room for the shot, and he sort of earned his own luck, really.
Well, you do, that's the point. You know, gets a good strike, got one thing on his mind. Matheson, very unlucky, dangling leg out, as you would expect, trying to block the shot. Of course, a ricochet can go anywhere, and it goes in the one place he doesn't want, off the post. 1-0, De La Salle in the ascendancy.
Second half will be coming up for you very shortly. Back with you live from Pride Park for the second half of this Under-13 Small Schools Cup final. It's part of the PlayStation Schools Cup football festival this week at Pride Park. We've had some wonderful half-time entertainment. Paul Farnworth breaking a world record for heel taps in 60 seconds. Genuinely incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, incredible, because there was some doubt. He had 3 efforts. The first effort, they thought they'd broken it, but it actually equaled it, I think 156. He needed 157. Then he had a second attempt. Very difficult skill, and it fell away from him. And then finally, the third and final attempt, he broke it. I think it was 158, and he dropped it just before the end. I mean, a second before, so he probably could have got another couple in, but great performance from John Farnworth, a brilliant freestylist. I mean, really one of the best in the world.
Oh, he's certainly the best in the world at heel taps. It's,
official now.
This is De La Salle on the attack, playing in yellow. If you're just joining us, playing from left to right as we look at it in this second half. It's Aaron Burnell trying to break through on the right-hand side. That's tidy defending until he gave it away from Watson. Tried to do too much. Botswana swings it in. Well cleared. And Nemeth had an excellent first half. Terrific tackle that by Crowther. Warder then takes it off Barrett. Steps in field. Takes a shot on. Sails into the hands of the goalkeeper, Lachlan Bates.
Yeah. What's happened to Lachlan Bates there? I thought he was going to choke on his scum shield. Is he all right? Something just caught him. But Reece Warder again, just showing that he's got an eye for goal. Half a yard, half an opportunity. He won't be shy in shooting. He's the difference between these two sides at the moment. That opener deflected, but certainly gave it a go. Just looking at the goalkeeper, it looks like he's, don't know whether he's hurt his throat or what's happened to him.
Referee just making sure he's okay. He's obviously signalled to Chloe Taylor that he's all right to carry on. Keep an eye on that as the game progresses here at Pride Park. Seems to be all right. Goes long with the kick. It's over the head of Weston. This is Fenton dribbling it out. Murphy. Grogan, really impressive in the first half, was the centre-back of De La Salle. Biswana, just as I say that, Gregor might have given that away. He has Goss, options in the middle. This is Moltno. Intercepted by Weston. Had to make that as well. De La Salle Academy almost put themselves under unnecessary pressure there.
Yeah, you can see Ibstock Place know that they've got to just move things forward 5 yards, commit another couple of bodies further forward when they got the opportunity. I think you'll see possibly Burnell and just sit back in a couple of times.
Shot came in there from Salle. Wasn't really going to trouble Joshua Smith and the De La Salle goal. That's clever from Riley Smith from strength. But they couldn't quite keep it in.
It's just the question whether Smith and Burnell will just sort of sit back in a bit while Ibstock push on.
Good to see the standing section introduced at Pride Park for the mums and dads. Too anxious to sit down. It's a tight game, this. Plenty still to play for. Adapateris. To Watson. Goss in field, but it's cut out by Dwyer. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Joshua Smith. It's ambitious from Fenton. Got away with it. Biswana again trying to dribble his way out of trouble, and that time he earns the free kick from Goss. And some of the substitutes on the bench for Ibstock Place. All seem to be enjoying their day, that's for sure. Lovely turning there by the Ibstock Place midfielder Oakley. And this second half has followed the pattern of much of the first. Very even game for large portions of it. It's just taken little bits of individual quality from De La Salle to create opportunities, largely through the likes of Warder and Riley Smith. Ibstock have worked really hard, just haven't quite had the same level of opportunities.
No, they haven't. They haven't quite been able to have that cutting edge, have they?
Kick goes long. From Nemeth. Riley Smith looking to get involved again. Watson clears. Watson's throw. Battling away, he's had a Pateris, but Webster does well and nicks it through to Burnell. Options in the middle. Burnell looks to surge past two, does brilliantly. He's got options, goes for goal. Beaten away by Bates and then caught at the second attempt. And around the far side there is James Murphy.
Oh, it's a great run, bursts through, doesn't he? And then drives towards the byline. Bears down on goal. Lachlan Bates stands tall, stands big at the near post. Parries it away.
Barrett on the right side of Ibstock places, getting in on the act as well. Cleared away by Grogan. Flick on is a good one. It should fall for Goss here. Gets his body in the way of Biswana, who jumped all over him. Webster clears. And now Burnell has space to run into again. 3-on-3 this for a second. Burnell driving at the defence. Looks for the pass this time. Really important clearance from Nemeth yet again. Brilliant defending.
Well, he had to be alert. James Murphy was beyond Riley Smith. And if Nemeth hadn't have intercepted that, then they're in all sorts of problems.
Yeah, well, actually, James Murphy was, when Burnell had the run through and the shot earlier from the tight angle, Murphy was clean in space at the far side. Just wonder if he might have picked him out. He's had a couple of moments like that now as Murphy. It's a goal kick to be taken by the centre-back Nemeth. He wants to take it short, but Watson is pointing him up the pitch. The rain has just got even heavier around Pride Park. You can actually hear it on top of the roof just above us. It's been a really miserable day in the East Midlands. It's lucky that the football is keeping us entertained. You'd never guess it was the middle of May, that's for sure. Biswana into the middle. That's a great ball. Dwyer with a little bit of space. His touch was loose. Weston. Turning his Warder. Floats it out to Burnell. That's a really good little ball. Now keeps it alive. Might be forced to go back at the line. Here he is. This is Biswana. Swings in the cross first time. It's a brilliant ball. And Riley Smith just turned his back at the crucial moment.
Oh, he did. He was just behind Nemeth. Nemeth just only less than a yard away from him. Great opportunity for Riley Smith. Lovely ball in. Great delivery from the fullback.
Takes a shot on, but just slips at the crucial moment. And it's the first real moment in the entire game, John, where we've seen Nemeth just caught underneath the ball. It was a wonderful delivery from Lucas Seto Biswana. And Riley Smith, who's looked a real danger for De La Salle, really should have scored.
There's Biswana with a fantastic cross. On a sixpence, wasn't it? Just to set back the rolling ball, and he just swept it in. He knew the area he wanted to hit. It was a case of whether we're going to get the ball in the back of the net. Here it is, set back. Lovely whipped cross in there, inch perfect. See, just doesn't quite able to get the right contact on it. Nemeth, in a sense, did enough that it jump maybe put him off, just unsighted ever so slightly. A good opportunity for De La Salle to look to extend their lead.
Weston clears. Webster helps it on.
And that's a hopeful ball into an empty area. Right.
Yeah, Joshua Smith will gather that in for De La Salle, no problem. Biswana. Looks a good player from right back, Biswana. I mentioned him before he swung that cross in, but it was such a beautiful ball in. Really good technique. Warder with a little bit of space if he can get there first. Important chance by Crowther. And now all of a sudden, if Ibstock Place can get this through, there's a real opportunity here. Moltno, options available. One of them running through. It's Hannah Pateras and then followed in and wide. Ibstock Place somehow don't level things up. Really, really good attack. They broke as one. Lovely ball through from Moltno. It fell kindly to Leon Hadapateras, whose shot was brilliantly saved by Joshua Smith. And the player on the follow-up just couldn't quite react in time.
Yeah, not a lot he can do on the follow-up. But the breakaway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players break away. Brilliant save, as you say. Desperately unlucky at the follow-up. Not much he knew about it, not much he could do. It was just whether he's going to be fortunate or not. And unfortunately for Ibstock, they weren't. De La Salle, mightily relieved. They were right up against it.
Just opened up for them, didn't it? The defence parted. It was So on the follow-up. Couldn't quite sort his feet out in time. Ball hit him rather than the other way around.
Yeah, very difficult.
That seems to have really inspired Ibstock Place, the spring in the step of the players in navy blue. Foul throw was signalled, referee hasn't spotted it. And credit to Jake Oakley from Ibstock Place, just pointing it out to her. So we'll have a throw in, down, deep inside the De La Salle Academy half. Grath will take, helped on by Barrett. Wasted that opportunity. Barrett keeps it alive. Webster hooks clear. Water well stopped by Salle. I think he just got a stud to the hand there, maybe you and Salle. Good turn from Murphy. Just lost his bearings a little bit with the ball. Throw into Ibstock Place. Barrett brings it under. Couldn't quite pick out a player in blue. Nemeth with another good header ahead of Riley Smith. He's had an excellent game. There's Jack Nemeth. Swana cuts that out, and now he can really get motoring down the right-hand side. Space to run into. Swana drives infield, then checks back out. Just miscontrolled it. Ibstock Place get it away as far as Webster. Biswana, I think, just left one on the left-back Watson there.
Yeah, he did. It's not his first time he's done that. Been a bit sloppy and just a couple of tackles. Yeah, you'll see frustration. Let's go away, and then it's here. Just leaves his foot there. Here's a yellow card for Biswana. And I think that is the case, that there was that instant before where he just had a little lunge in and tackle.
It's good from Goss. Patera squeezes it through. Switcher plays a good one to Barrett. His touch was loose, so Crowther backing up the play. Barrett's made a great run down the line. If Crowther can pick him out, he can. Oh, just went out of play. Weston takes the throw. Warder launches it long.
Offside again, allow advantage. But again, Riley Smith, just that yard offside. Got to be careful. There he is again. Would have been had it come through to him.
Just confirmation there of this one as yellow card as well.
Got to look across the line all the time.
Terrace got caught underneath him. Dwyer gets there first. Swana down the line. Burnell will keep this in. Gets round one. Ibstock Place looks to get it away, but slightly overhit. Give me a substitution down on the near side, as you can see. It's number 9 coming on. This is Alex Wallace, who is going to replace Nick Goss. He's worked hard on the left-hand side against Biswana.
Goss had a great game out on that wing, battling every single ball with Burnell and Biswana. Really good game.
Murphy working hard. Good strength from Murphy. Pulls a couple off the ball, keeps hold of it as well. Brogan feeds it wide. Swan, Webster. It's good from Reece Warder. Still going, and he was caught as well. That direct style of Reece Warder has been effective. Saw it for the goal. It worked there again. This is a good position for a free kick. James Murphy straight across to plant the ball down. Reece Warder also remains an interested party.
No, I think he's going to do well to for anybody to get it off Reece Warder. That shot in the first half led to the opener. Is he about to double the lead?
It's Warder who strikes it low and hard. And Bates keeps it out.
Great strike. Fierce from Warder. Won the free kick initially. Took it. And Lachlan Bates did well. Pretty much straight at him, but still that could have been spilt quite easily. Moving.
Headed back towards goal, cleared by Nemeth. Ball for Fenton. Pateros looks to get it away. Eventually Matteson squeezes it out to the left-hand side. Greatest clearance from Watson. There's the De La Salle coaches down the touchline. It's a good bit of interception from Crowther. Shot from Barrett. Beats Murphy. Piles into the 50-50. No one pulling out of that. What a great play from Weston. And Dwyer escapes. And all of a sudden, De La Salle men over here. This is Dwyer. He's got one more to his left. Right corner offside.
Very unlucky. It was a really good breakaway. Oh, it was tight, wasn't it? Very tight. Reece Warder there. Got to play it. Yeah, he's probably just half a yard offside. It's a slick move. Moving the ball quickly.
The substitution is coming. This one for the De La Salle Academy. It's Riley Smith who's going to depart. Worked very hard up front by himself. And this is Liam Jones who's entering the fray for the De La Salle Academy.
Yeah, well, I think James Murphy's going to go down the middle. That's who it's aimed at. He's got the ball. I think Murphy will go down the middle. They'll push Benjamin Weston onto the left-hand side. And the substitute, Liam Jones, will play at left-back.
Burnell's cross there. It was flapped out a little bit by Lachlan Bates, but job done in the sense that no chance was really created.
I think that's what Ian Macon, the coach, has done. Just shift things around a little bit. Certainly give Riley Smith a break.
As a substitute.
Oh,
His first touch isn't the best. Liam Jones has passed a little bit loose. There'll be a goal kick to Ibstock Place. Fred Crowther forward, gives it away. Weston advancing forward. Good touch in the midfield there from Salle. Barrett escapes the attentions of Warder. Oakley turning well as well. Down the line from Crowther. Put clear by Weston. Crowther up for the challenge. Warder flicks it on, but it'll be a De La Salle throw. Liam Jones will take the throw. Dropped off back to him by Weston. First time into Webster. Tried to play it through to Dwyer, but had a Pateros was there. It's a lovely touch around the corner. And bursting clear as you and Salle. Viswana on the cover. I think Fenton did well to do just about enough as well. Will be an Ibstock Place throw. Threatened to break through again there. Great burst from midfield by Ewan Salle.
Viswana was going to lunge for that tackle down here. It's just gone. Great defending, great covering for Viswana. Came across, averted the danger. 56 minutes on the clock. Ticks by. Still no way back into this game for Ibstock at the moment.
Grogan's goal kick. Viswana clears. Murphy with a tidy little touch. That's a lot of water, but he did get there first. Oakley rides the challenge though. And Salle finds Molteno, who looked for Hadapateras, but that was cleared. Murphy again, clever use of his body. Water helps it through, and Weston can get on his way. Beats Nemeth to it, but really good recovery from Nemeth. And then taking his time was Bates, and Murphy's in on goal hit. Round him twice, and the shot deflected wide. It looked for all the world as if the De La Salle Academy there, the chance had gone, but Bates just took his time, and Murphy was allowed to get there first.
Yeah, it's the importance of being right on the edge of your 6-yard box in the right position as a goalkeeper. If it had been just maybe another couple of yards, he'd have got there, I think, and collected the ball or made a very swift decision in the end. He does very, very well to smother that, see it out for a corner.
Corner swung in, headed towards goal by Fenton. It went wide.
But Nemeth, good defending again.
Real sense of urgency now from the Ibstock boys.
It's a tight game, just the goal in it.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Defenders definitely on top, aren't they?
Mostly in part just the player who just took the goal kick. Nemeth been superb at the back, and that's good from Hadapateras. Chips away from one, scoops it through towards the substitute. Wallace couldn't quite get on the end of it though. It's clever. And so is that by Warder. Weston was strong. Murphy wants it in behind, goes for Warder instead on the overlap. Warder bursting through. Murphy and Burnell in the centre. Dwyer arriving. Warder gets by his fullback. Crowd through, brings him down. Got to be a penalty.
Got to be.
Given.
Absolutely.
Crowther committed. He was already beaten, and Rhys Warder, once again in this competition, wins a penalty. He did it in round 5 against All Hallows. In the last minute, he won and converted a penalty to win the game 4-3. And now Rhys Warder has a chance to repeat the trick in the final.
Yeah, confirmation there, hand up in the air, he knows it. Oh, devastating for the youngster, Fred Crowther, but it's Rhys Warder who will step up.
59 minutes, about to tick over on the watch. It's Rhys Warder who scores. 2 for Warder, 2 for the De La Salle Academy, and they may well be on their way to the trophy here.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of penalties, but I think the nerves in the final, he knew what was at stake there. Doesn't matter. It ripples against the back of the net. Keeper goes to his left. Rhys Warder goes down the middle. 2-0. All to do for Ibstock Place. What can they, and how can they respond?
We did see in our first game a quite miraculous second-half comeback. Just want to be up there from De La Salle, from Ibstock Place, if they were to turn over this lead from De La Salle. Murphy hammers into another challenge. Warder beaten to it by Barrett. Gets the ball, but loses it ultimately. Just flicks off the heel of Wallace. Murphy's first touch again is reliable. Feeds into the path of Weston. Warder for support. Burnell over. Bradford dives into a challenge, this time loses out. Weston flights it in. Header away is a good one by Matteson. Crowther completes the clearance. Good header from Liam Jones. And this is Webster. Knocks it over the top. Weston gets on his way, but he's offside.
Well, time is certainly running out for Ibstock. The game's got away from them. Rhys Warder was really the difference. Getting that second goal, getting the penalty and converting it.
And ball there from Liam Jones. And Ibstock Place trying to get on the attack. They have 9 minutes plus stoppage time to recover. Just one goal would change the entire complexion of the second half, you feel. But De La Salle been the better side. It's good from Jones, tidy. Webster, a little bit less so. Throw in. Weston keeps it alive, but Nemeth is there. Good ball as well. Barrett skips by Jones, wins his team a throw. Barrett with the flick. Good hold play by Wallace. Got the ball, did Fenton, says the referee. That's great play from Warder. Just dinking in over the top towards Murphy. Mattison chasing, leaves it to Bates. Clearance isn't the best. Dwyer's first touch wasn't great. Piled into a tackle. That seemed a little high from Dwyer, but Ibstock are on the attack nevertheless. There's the pace of Biswana on the cover. His touch is poor though. Might let Ibstock place in, and that's a great first touch. And diving in, it's going to be a penalty to Ibstock Place. Nicholas Grogan piled into a challenge, which was ill-advised, and Ibstock Place might have a chance to get themselves back into this game. And it all came through its wonderful bit of... What a first touch that is.
That's a great touch to get the ball back into his path. Here you'll see it. Misses the ball, gets there. If it had played the ball, he would have not conceded the penalty. Biswana just overran it, pushed it a bit. Maybe they got just a little bit carried away with where they are. Ewan Searle winning the penalty. Jake Oakley, the captain,
scores. Life in this final yet. Jake Oakley shouldering responsibility as the skipper, and he handled it brilliantly. Joshua Smith went the right way, but for young Jake Oakley, there was conviction in his strike and a great degree of accuracy as well. In off the post, that's just about the perfect penalty.
Yeah, that's as good as you'll see from a penalty. And even if the keeper dived another couple of yards to his left, he wouldn't have got that. Great penalty. And they're back in the game. Well, I wasn't sure where the glimmer of hope was going to come from. He came out on that left-hand side. Biswana didn't clear his lines.
But now with a burst of speed, takes it past a couple, takes it past three, taking on Nemeth now, goes all the way, saved by Bates.
Yeah, he had to take the shot on.
6 minutes left of the final.
I'm sure it would have been Murphy, it had been drifted offside. He was calling for it. But if he'd have released it, then he would have stopped that phase of play. The referee would have called it back for an offside. Wow.
There's not long left in this final. Ibstock have given themselves a chance. They have just about a little over 5 minutes per stoppage time to find an equaliser, to force a penalty shootout. We saw the most dramatic of endings to our first final today. Are we about to see another? Here comes Searle. Flicks it back to Oakley. Passes a good one to Searle. Flicks it through to Wallace. Biswana was there once more on the cover. This time doesn't try to run it out. Takes no chances. Throw in. Wallace. Maltnode as well. Biswana there again. Grogan forced to clear. That's clever. Biswana has a little bit of time now. Clears it long. Doesn't stick with Murphy. And Oakley can spread the play, but that's loose. Weston, the first touch was good. Look at young Jack Nemeth there, commanding his players around. His passes intercepted though by Warder. And there's men up in this attack. Nemeth fouls him. Very cynical foul. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. Patterson trying to say Warder dived. Not sure he did.
Yeah, that's taking one for the team. That's called.
There you go, that's a yellow card there.
Yeah. Speaks for itself, doesn't it? Frustration that he gave the ball away, and then he was on the back pedal. So Nemeth with the yellow card.
It's a long way out. It's a short runner.
Water just dinks it over the top. Nemeth there with the header. It'll fall from Murphy. Shot skews away to the right. And Ibstock players can get this away through Moltno. Forward it goes, turning is Hadapateras. Wallace turns well, he's got options available. Just played that a little bit early. That's an awful lot of his forward. Confirmation that yellow card for Jack Nemeth.
Yeah, I think that needed to come out this right-hand side. Find Alfie Barrett. You had Fred Crowther, who's going to break down this right-hand side, trying to atone for that, conceding that penalty.
Jones finds Weston. Warder, tackled by Oakley. Great challenge from Oakley, gets the ball. Hadapateras has got options ahead of him. Nicks it through the legs of Weston, that's clever. Tries to poke it through to Wallace. Gets a second bite at it, it'll go through to the goalkeeper. Just needs to release that a little bit quicker, I think, than Hadapateras. Wallace has made a great run. Oh, how about that from Warder? How about that from Warder? Great ball through to Murphy as well. It's all on his own. Burnell arriving at the back post now. Murphy fancies it. Nemeth with the tackle. Shepherds him really well. Murphy taking it into the corner. Plays it all the way back to halfway. That's very experienced player from one so young. Webster. Wallace snapping back at his heels. Wins it. It's launched long, but not beyond Grogan. Moltno clears. This is Jones. Fenton. Trying to dribble it out. That's not the most advisable thing to do. Got away with it. Salle just taking some slightly unnecessary risks in possession here. Burnell lets that run. I'm not sure he'll keep that in. Oh, he nearly did, you know. Tom Moltno leaves it for Watson to take, but it's intercepted by Biswana. Watson can knock it forward now. Grogan dispossessed by Wallace, tugging back at him. Wallace can't quite pick out Searle. Minute left of regulation time. Warder just hammers it long down the field. Bates can field it. And as we approach into this final minute, John, it's almost time to pick your player of the match. Plenty of options available on both sides on this one. Who have you gone for?
Yeah, plenty of options, as you say. Jack Nemeth, I think, played very, very well. His opposite number, Nicholas Grogan, the two central defenders for both sides, number 4s, done very well, but...
As we go through here, could be the final word for Murphy, it's not quite. Webster dispossessed, and Nemeth gets them back on their way. We'll come back to you, John. Barrett tackled well by Liam Jones. It will be a De La Salle throw.
No, I think for me, the player of the match will go to number 7 for De La Salle. I think great opener, Reece Warder got the penalty. Just see the replay, the goalkeeper does brilliantly there. Lachlan Bates. But I think for me, Reece Warder, De La Salle, excellent game. Took the penalty well, but took that first goal very well as well.
So 2 minutes has been added on for Ibstock Place to force penalties. We saw a goal with 20 seconds left of stoppage time earlier to do exactly that. Can we see it again? Crowther underneath it. There's a substitute who's just come on. Bruce Orozco gives it away, wins it back, loses it again. Not the time to do it. Barrett knocks it forward. Grogan just about gets there on the stretch. Cleared away for a throw. And there is our man of the match, Reece Warder. There's going to be a change here. Goalkeeper's been changed for De La Salle. Joshua Smith being replaced by Ben Garnell. Well, James Lloyd.
Right, make this a good 40 seconds.
So he gets himself on. Will he have to make a save? Ibstock Place will be certainly hoping so. Crowther launched it forward. Fenton returns. Warder first there, battling with Oakley. Does really well, Warder. Takes a blow to his ankles for his efforts. And that's a player with a lot of experience. For one his age, knew exactly what he was doing. Might just have taken the sting out of the game. It might be gone now for Ibstock.
Yeah, he's got a nice stature about him on the pitch, hasn't he? Maturity as a player at this age.
It's a lovely ball from Oakley. Last chance for Ibstock Place. Barrett skips by one. Needed to release it, didn't. And Warder will just hammer it into the corner. And he's even managed to pick out a throw in, almost rugby style from Warder. But that will surely now just about do us here at Pride Park. You see the bench. They're waiting. Riley Smith looks confident. Down the line it goes. All eyes on our referee, Chloe Taylor. Check of the watch. And Chloe Taylor blows her final whistle. It is the De La Salle Academy who are victorious in this under-13 Small Schools Cup final. A tremendous performance from the De La Salle Academy to edge out Ibstock Place School, who threatened a late revival courtesy of Jake Oakley's penalty. But two Reese Warder goals, our man of the match today, have made the difference for De La Salle.
Yeah, well-worthy champions. Excellent display, solid at the back. Good going forward, nice balance to this side, and De La Salle worthy. English Schools FA Under-13 Small Schools Cup final winners.
Congratulations to both sides for getting here in the first
Reese Warder, the difference with that two-goal haul. The response with Jake Oakley taking that penalty. Ewan Sill winning. As we have another look at that. Reese Warder does well. It's the intent, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, good touches, strong, positive. Yeah, very fortunate with the deflection, but nothing fortunate about his intent and qualities that he showed in this game. Keeper has no chance.
This is the angle, isn't it, John? You just see just how perfectly almost it deflects.
Yeah, it was going into that corner. The goalkeeper's completely wrong-footed. No chance, in off the post. And Lachlan Bates watch helplessly as that goes past him. And then there he was again, involved in everything good in this game. Reese Warder. Fred Crowther just pulling down Warder as he goes into the box. The penalty dispatched with real aplomb by him down the middle. Keeper choosing to dive to his left. Warder down the middle. 2-0, and you think, well, that's really it. They look like they're in real control of this game. But were we to have the drama that we had this morning, were we going to get a team fighting back to take it to penalties? They had a long way. They've got a 2-goal cushion, De La Salle. Here we go, drags it back from his feet. Oh, and it was the very, very impressive Nicholas Grogan. Hadn't really put a foot wrong, concedes the penalty and dispatched brilliantly by the captain, Jake Oakley. That took Ibstock Place back into the game. And it was really a case of, would De La Salle hold on for the final 10 minutes? Look at that, in off the post. Keeper's got absolutely no chance. But it wasn't to be. That really was the end of the action. Ibstock with few chances beyond that. And there's confirmation of the outcome. De La Salle, the Under-13 Small Schools Cup champions for 2017.
Presentations and interviews will be with you shortly. And from me and John for now, we leave you with that full-time score. Ibstock Place 1, De La Salle 2. So I'm joined here by Richard Brown, coach of Ibstock Place. Richard, a really, really close final and a lot to be proud of, I guess, for you guys.
Absolutely. The way the boys stuck at the task to try and come back, having been 1-0 down at half-time, was excellent. And I think the way they performed in the second half, they did justice to Ibstock, the school, ourselves and Mr. Lawson. And
what do you think the difference was in the end? You've obviously had such a great season to get to this stage, just falling short.
Well, I think the difference is they scored one more goal than us. But I think today we showed that perhaps on another day this could have been our day. We could have been going home with the cup. But congratulations to Salle, they fully deserve it.
And such a good young group of players for yourselves. You've got plenty of hope for these guys for the future, I'm guessing.
Absolutely, they're under 13, so they are young indeed. She's absolutely correct. And we hope they're going to stay at the school for a long time and there's much more success to come.
Well, I wish you all the best. Congratulations on the great final.
Thank you.
Joined now by Ian Macon, coach of Salle Academy. Winners ultimately on the day. Very, very close final. Just talk me through your emotions in that final few moments.
Well, we had a gun towards the end, to be fair. I thought, to be fair to Ibstock, they really pushed us towards the end. I think the boys were deserved winners, played some really good stuff, but they did push us all the way to the final, so my nerves are gone towards the end.
And a really excellent run to the final for you guys. Talk to me a little bit about your man of the match today, a phenomenal individual performance.
Well, he's been like that through all the earlier rounds of the competition. He scored 2 hat-tricks in the earlier rounds as well, so he is the man of the moment. You know, a big occasion, the big player stands up and produces them performances, so that's what he's all about. We see it all the time. So.
Well, a terrific team performance as well. It wasn't just about one man. Defence in particular, I thought was excellent today.
Yeah, and you know, without singling him out, I thought Nick Grogan at the back was solid today. Won a lot, apart from the silly penalty giveaway at the end. But yeah, I thought he really organised and they kept the shape well as a defensive unit because, I mean, they're no mugs. They could play, so we had to obviously be at our best to stop them playing as well.
And obviously it's a very young group. They've not been playing 11-a-side very long. Have you got high hopes for them for the future?
Yeah. I mean, if we're honest, we're disappointed it's the only thing they've won all year. So we've got high expectations of them. They've been together for 4 years as a group. So you know, finally they've achieved what we know they can achieve, and hopefully this is a stepping stone to achieve more.
Well, I wish you all the best for the future. Go enjoy the celebration.